Happy Equinox, and if you're struggling with work-life balance, stick around and let me just share some insight from Equinox. I'm Alison Smith and I use nature's landscapes as metaphors for our lives to help us when we're stuck and don't know what to do. So let's think about equinox for a moment. Equinox is, whether it's spring or autumn equinox, is about equal day and night. It's about balance. And quite often in life, we look for work-life balance. And this is back to the words we live by conundrum, as I now call it, which is the words we're using are unhelpful. Because as soon as we're looking for work-life balance, we're putting work and life up to compete against each other. And that's never going to work, is it? It doesn't work in nature. It's the collaboration in nature. It's everything doing its own thing in nature. Why are we setting ourselves up in our language? Work-life balance. I've got to compete. We're already imposing a whole load of restraints, constraints, tension between work and everything else that we lump into life. So what happens if we look for life balance with work as one element of life? Work is the same as relationships, the same as leisure, the same as spirituality, as finances, as health, as all sorts of other things that is included in even crosswords. There's loads of things that we lump into life, of which work is one. And there are always going to be times when every one of those gets out of balance. The fact that we suddenly start watching too much telly because of that box set, or we start a new relationship and that's all we can think about, or work gets out of balance. There's always an element, or it might even be fitness. We've suddenly got really into fitness and that's all we can think about, and every last minute is spent on fitness to the exclusion of eating well, to the exclusion of seeing our friends, seeing our family. So there's always going to be something that, if we're not careful, gets out of balance. But to be fair, when you've just had a baby, I think it suggests it'd be quite good to actually have a focus on your family for a bit. So there's no right or wrong. It's just acknowledging that every one of those, whether it's watching telly to relax, whether it's doing a crossword, whether it's going out with friends, whether it's work, every one of those elements of your life gives you something. And no one element can give you that, even if it feels like it in the moment. And therefore it's about acknowledging what does each of those elements of our life give us, and then making sure that we're doing things in order to have those needs met. So work may be financial, but it may also be that it gives us passion. It might give us excitement. It might give us some sense of making a difference in the world. We all do different things. We have relationships meet different needs. Different relationships meet different needs. So next time you catch yourself putting work in a different bucket to the rest of your life, how about changing your language to life balance and seeing what difference that makes? I'm Alison Smith, and the words we live by is something I'm going to be exploring more over future videos, because I do think there are unintended consequences, just like the unintended consequences of saying work-life balance. There's lots of unintended consequences in a lot of our language, and I'm going to be exploring those over coming weeks and months. So subscribe, let me know if there's a saying that you live by that you'd like me to explore the unintended consequences. But for now, for Equinox, I'm going for a sunrise equinox swim. Yay!